Good Thursday morning. I'm Dwayne Nelson. Thousands of retirees of Eastman Kodak could soon be without health care coverage. Kodak filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection earlier this year and said at the time that it would review its legacy cost structure to determine ways to reduce expenses. The company has since filed a motion with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court requesting permission to discontinue benefits under its medical plan for retirees who are eligible for Medicare. The move could impact nearly 16,000 retirees. A hearing on the matter has been set for March 20th in New York. Kingsport police investigating the discovery of skeletal remains found in a vacant city lot off Eaststone Drive. The remains were located by a survey crew behind the Executive Park complex. According to Kingsport Police Lieutenant Bob Abernathy, the gender and age of the individual has yet to be determined. He says they are going through missing persons reports at this time.
And stuff that might connect somebody up possibly, but we've also alerted Sullivan County. They're doing the same thing just in case.
Members of the University of Tennessee forensic anthropology team from Knoxville have removed the remains for further analysis. That investigation continuing. Fire has destroyed a home in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. It broke out on 21st Street. Fire Chief Billy Chandler said the two-story structure was completely engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived on the scene. 2 people who lived in the home were able to make it out safely. While the Tennessee General Assembly is discussing several bills that would make selling and manufacturing synthetic drugs a felony, one Tri-Cities lawmaker said passage could be more than a month away. Representative John Lundberg, a Bristol Republican, is pleased with the progress his legislation is making.
The synthetic drug bill did pass Judiciary Subcommittee unanimously. It moves on to the full Judiciary Committee next week.
Lundberg is the primary sponsor of one bill, while Representative Tony Shipley, a Kingsport Republican, is sponsoring a separate piece of legislation with the same goal. Meanwhile, a tough synthetic drug law in Virginia has stopped the obvious sale of them. That's according to Washington County Commonwealth's Attorney Nicole Price. Although Virginia has a law on the books, the General Assembly is currently working on an amendment that would create a more general chemical description of the compounds found in synthetic drugs. Price told 11 Connects the idea is to keep people from getting around the law by tinkering with those chemical compounds.
They really have been ahead of the curve here in Virginia, including, this amendment is a good reflection of that because it's making sure that we are not behind the criminals who are out there creating these new drugs.
Well, despite having a law in place, Price believes the problem of synthetic drugs remain in the region because of its proximity to Tennessee, where these drugs are still not outlawed. Authorities considering robbery as a possible motive in the shooting deaths of 2 Newport residents whose bodies were discovered recently in Greene County. A man found the bodies of 21-year-old Terrence Logan Stewart and 20-year-old Courtney Amber Thompson under a bridge near the Nolichucky River on Sunday. 3rd Judicial District Attorney General Barkley Bell said Thompson was allegedly seen earlier with a large sum of money. The investigation is centered in Cock County, where authorities believe the couple may have been killed. Legislation that would allow Tennessee's local governments to display replicas of historical documents in public buildings has passed in the House State and Local Government Committee. That bill was sponsored by Republican State Representative Matthew Hill of Jonesboro. I'm Dwayne Nelson. Have yourself a great Thursday.